Supermicro is the most controversial AI stock on the board right now. In just 3 months, it's been crushed down nearly 46% after a brutal Goldman Sachs downgrade that scared everyone out. But today, January 16th, SMCI is dripping higher, up over 8%. Now the true question is whether this is a real bottom or if just a vicious dead cat bounce before a flush to $20. So in the video, we'll break down everything from the Blackwell backlog, the $36 billion revenue roadmap, and why Wall Street can't agree on this stock. Now, before we break down the Goldman Sachs sell rating, I have a challenge for you. If this video gets 100 likes, I will do a dedicated 1-hour business analysis of SMCI, including a full look at their energy efficient liquid cooling patents and the full stock chart across all timeframes. So smash that like button right now and comment SMCI bull or SMCI bear to help us hit that goal. Wall Street is literally split in half on SMCI. On one side, you have the bears led by Goldman Sachs, who just initiated a sell rating with a $26 price target. Now, the bear case is that SMCI's margins have halved in 3 years, dropping to just 9.5%. They also believe that SMCI is sacrificing profit just to keep its market share in the low-margin hardware war. On the other side, you have Argus Research, which is standing firm with a $64 price target. They see the massive revenue growth as the only metric that matters. Now, if you look at the average, most analysts are sitting on the fence with a hold rating and a consensus target of $47, which is over 45% upside from where we are trading today. Now, while the big banks fight, Supermicro is quietly building an absolute mountain of orders. First of all, management just revealed an order book with an over $13 billion worth of NVIDIA's Blackwell Ultra products, and the CEO, Charles Liang, hasn't flinched. He is sticking to a massive $36 billion revenue target for fiscal year 2026. Now, for context, that is a 64% year-over-year growth rate. But to fund this operation, SMCI just secured a $2 billion revolving credit facility, as they are gearing up to manufacture the next generation of AI factories at a scale that their competitors can't match. But here is a secret insight that SMCI isn't just a data center play anymore. This week, they announced major collaborations with partners like Everseen and Wolbot AI for intelligent in-store retail solutions. They're also using AI at the edge for real-time loss prevention and customer analytics. Now, they're also using their liquid cooling moat, as NVIDIA GPUs like the Blackwell and the upcoming Vera Rubin reach 1200 watts. Traditional air cooling is dead, and SMCI currently holds a 70% market share in direct liquid cooling racks. This energy efficiency reduces data center power costs by 40%, which is the #1 priority for hyperscalers like Amazon and Microsoft. So first of all, let's look at the chart and analyze where this name has the potential to go. So first of all, let's look at the key summary for SMCI. So their next earnings report is within 18 days. Their volume is heavily in line within their average volume of around 24 million, and they are still valued at around 18.6 billion here with their market cap. Looking real quick at their earnings, they have been missing ever since Q2 of 2025, which is what's been heavily hammering down this stock over the past couple of trading sessions, especially over the past couple of months. If you look here at their overall income statement, they have been growing revenue aggressively for the past couple of years, but their overall net margins have declined. Now they are sitting at around 4%, where they used to be at 8% here in 2023. So in 2 years, they had a pretty much reduction here on their overall net margins. If we look here, the technicals, it's saying neutral, but a lot of analyst ratings here are saying that it's a buy, with a lot of them having a 1-year price target towards $43, which is around 38% upside from the current price levels here. But now that we look at the overall summary, let's look at our actual analysis here. So looking at the hourly chart, and actually looking here, we are seeing that it's still bearish based on our algorithm detected here. So across time frames, every single time frame here other than the 2-hour is bullish. But here we see that the hourly is finding some type of, indication that buyers are slowly starting to emerge, right? So we have this very nice increase in the volume here, the price action, which has triggered this 7% upside here on Supermicro computers. Now, what I do believe that is going to happen here is that if we do manage to break above here and our indicator shifts from bearish here to bullish, what I will see is probably a intense upside move towards the next area of resistance, which is this anchored VWAP here, which is around $39. So we can see an overall spike from $31 to $39, and maybe ask yourself, well, where is this area of resistance? Well, it's from the previous high that we had here. Now, if this does clear, probably the short term will see maybe a decline, a pullback, and then we can see, if it goes above this area of resistance, then it can target towards the next area of supply, which would be towards $53, which wouldn't be too bad of a trade here. But we do have to consider here on the longer term daily time frame that the stock has been, well below its highs that it had here in March of 2024 at around $113, and now it is trading at $31. So pretty much a 70% reduction in its price. Now, what this does mean here is that there can be occasionally buyers who are willing to go against the overall bearish downward trend. We see that it's been bearish, and that's why we plot an anchored VWAP from this level to see where the next area of resistance would be. So looking at here, the past levels, we found resistance here, we also found resistance here, and we found resistance here. So clearly there are a lot of sellers located at these important areas, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if SMCI goes and manages to rally from $30 all the way towards the short-term $39, which would be a first price target, right? The first area of resistance from this, initiation where the sellers came in towards 54, and find heavy resistance here, right? And maybe we could find a consolidation. Maybe we kind of do a little bit below, like here, we do this, etc. And then the only reason to be fully long this name would be a break above this longer term swing high of $54. But the short term SMCI can rally here, and based on the volume candles, we have been seeing here that the buyers have been slowly starting to emerge here. So looking at the bottom here of my chart, looking at this time frame here, we do see that the buyers have slowly started to become more active, and the sellers have been having days where they've been decreasing their overall sales. So during this time here, we have this low, right? But we see an intense hammered pretty much candle. And then on the volume, we see a lot, a big spike here in the buying. And then slowly we start to see decreasing volume here for the sellers, right? So this could be an indication that we are, finding a bottom here. Now, what you can even do to find the overall point of control, right, to see where this name has, its choke point on the buyers, like in here, would be this level, so $29. So we are currently above it, and this does show our thesis that currently the buyers are in control for the short term on SMCI, and this is what I believe is going to prompt this name to rally towards $38 and then finally towards $53 here. So that would be a very nice trade, seeing significant 72% upside return here on SMCI. Overall, Supermicro is a high volume, low margin AI utility. It's the picks and shovels provider for the most powerful computers ever built. The Goldman Sachs rating might be a local bottom, or it might be a warning that the AI industrial era is going to be a lot less profitable than we thought. Now the true question is whether you're buying the dip, or if you're waiting for Goldman Sachs' $26 price targets. Drop your price predictions below in the comment sections, smash that like button for the hour masterclass, and I'll see you guys on the next one.